Okay, so we have another video. I have to talk low because both of my boys are upstairs. But there's two topics to this video. One is taking responsibility for your situation, for you, and I'll tell you what inspired it. And then the other one is about changing things to kind of change up here. So I'll get to that in a second. So I find inspiration everywhere. Most of you guys know that when I do my run on the treadmill, I need music and I need my Kindle, and part of the excitement of getting up and running and all that other stuff is that I get to read my murder mystery book and I get to find out who killed who at the end of the book. So that I like. I can do my little mini sprints. Sometimes when I'm sprinting and I'm running that fast, there's so much, I know how to run like a ninja. I was taught by a track coach a really long time ago, so I can run with a nice stride and read even if I'm running fast. I can run at 10.0 and it could still be a nice stride. If I'm running any faster than that, or if I'm running for longer than that, let's just say if I'm trying to run at 10.0 for longer than a minute or so, then I tend to stop reading and then I'll start again when I go back down to my 7.5 or whatever it is that I do. So that's not the point of the video. But today's inspiration was the book that I'm reading. In the book that I'm reading, one of the guys is talking about what he's come from, and about how he came from an abusive mother that passed away early, and then an abusive father that called him, his name wasn't his name in the book. He called him a curse word. And every time he would call him that curse word, he would smack him upside the head. But in the book, the guy is a very well-established and successful person. And it got to the point where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, so, the same thing with me and my past. And, it was... I'm not going to go into it again because you guys, if you haven't read my story about what I've been through, emotional, physical abuse, depression, eating disorders, all that other stuff, you know where I've come from. And if I am capable of doing it, then anybody else is. I talked about that video of the guy that was on a walker and gained a significant amount of weight, and all the doctors told him he'd never be able to walk again. And now he runs. At the end of the video, he's running, he's doing a headstand. He had one person that believed in him, but everybody else didn't. And it was this one yoga guy that he hired, I guess. Or whatever. That's not the point. The point is that we all have to take responsibility. We all have to stop thinking about or stop dwelling on the things that we've come from or the bad and take everything as a learning experience. Okay, so it's been a really long time since you've worked out. Pride yourself on the fact that you're working out now, instead of, oh my God, I'm not as strong as I used to be. Doesn't matter. You're not going in the wrong direction. You're not continuing to get weaker and weaker. You're now doing something about it. So give yourself some credit for that. Oh my God, I'm never going to be able to do this. Or, oh my God, I came from this, from, not a family of a financial backing. And yet you can still be successful. You can still have 2 and 3 jobs. You could still live your dreams. You could still do stuff that you've always wanted to do. It doesn't matter physically what you're going through. You're capable of anything. So if any one of your body parts is not working well, you have all these other ones that are. So just like what I talked about with that black belt that I was having a conversation with about how if people were waiting to feel 100% in the sport of jiu-jitsu, you would never continue with that sport. But your injuries make you better, because when one hand is hurting and you can't use that hand, you learn how to use all the other ones and to avoid this. Then this hand starts to feel better and that knee starts to hurt. And then you learn how to use all your other body parts to avoid getting that knee caught. So that's the same thing when it comes to anything physical. One of my clients is always I really want to have nice shoulders, but I can't do any pressing above my head. There was 6 months that I couldn't do shoulder presses and my shoulders still looked good. There are different ways to target. You could do lateral raises, front raises, rear delts, 1,000 other ways of doing shoulders to activate that muscle. These are all the things that we have to learn how to stop marinating in our issues, stop marinating in feeling sorry for ourselves, and start focusing on feeling good. I posted a picture a really long time ago about Stephen Jobs, I think, and about Walt Disney, and about all these famous people that were, I hope that's his name, Jobs, whatever, all these famous people that were rejected time and time and time again, but they had a dream, they had a vision, and they refused to stop. Yours doesn't have to be a dream about anything outside, like opening up a Disneyland. Yours could be a dream about you. Oh my God, I've always wanted to be able to do this. It doesn't matter how old you are. I really want to repost my 70-year-old client, BJ's video testimonial that she did for me like 2 months ago. And she's been with me for 3.5 years. So, you know, like we all have the capability of doing things. It doesn't matter. It's never too late. You're not too injured. Take responsibility for the situation, for what you got, and then move forward. And then when you're starting to make that change, and now here's the second point of the video, when you're starting to make that change, you have to change a lot of different things. So you can't just say, okay, I'm going to make the change to be more positive. You have to sit down and you have to make a new environment. And that new environment, I mean, people can't just get up and, okay, I don't like my house, I'm going to get up and leave because Jen said to make a new environment. No. Something new. So like what I talk about in my videos, instead of eating at the kitchen table, maybe set up a table outside in your backyard and sit down and eat there. So it's a different environment. When you're pre-planning your food, change certain things in reference to, you know, making a game plan as to when you're going to have them, when you're going to eat them. Sit down. The best and most successful people are the people that are structured and make sure they take advantage and their time management as well. And I did a video on time management and feeling overwhelmed and what that can do to you. And anybody, no matter how many jobs you have, you can make it work. Like I've mentioned, I've had 4 jobs at one time, and I was still able, and this was, I think, maybe 10 years ago when I was working at New York Sports Club, then working for the place that certified me, admin work, training trainers, and doing conferences. Like literally everything. And I still had time to take my dance class. I still had time to work out. I still had time to prep my food. So we all are capable of doing that. But another really great thing to do, whether you're a family person and you have a whole house, whether you're single and you have an apartment, or single and you have a house, it doesn't matter. Change your environment. Again, in the book that I was reading, this woman is a lawyer and she's in another town investigating the murder of her mother. And she's staying in a hotel room. And she talks about how, you know, obviously you're investigating your mother's murder and you're in, you know, it's not a happy thing to be doing. Like you're not doing a happy job like making people feel good like I do. So she needs to get herself in a good mood. She needs to encourage herself to stay positive and all that other stuff so that she doesn't feel defeated when she has no evidence towards this investigation that she has. So she talks about how she needs to go to the store and start buying I swear to God, may God strike me dead if I'm lying. She said she needs to go to the store and buy healthy snacks and then go buy some flowers to brighten up the hotel room. We need to do that too. You need to, if you own a house or an apartment or anything, change your furniture around. It makes things feel different. When you make changes to your life, you need to make changes to your life. You need to change something. You need to have a project. Maybe cleaning out the car. Maybe putting the furniture and the TV on the opposite side of the room. It feels like something different, and then it feels like empowering. And you had something else to do and a new project, and maybe that keeps your mind off of food. So maybe you say, okay, I'm going to eat dinner, and then right after that, I'm going to move the couches on the other side of the room. These are like all really taking responsibility for the situation and moving forward and finding the positive in it, because there's always a way. And the picture that I posted a couple days ago about a scar and then a wound and then you're a survivor, like literally that is, you know, we all have scars, we all have wounds, whether they're visible or not, and we all are here and we all are capable of anything. Watch my video about, you know, learn how to use your wings. I forgot what the heck I called it. But watch that one too. So I really hope that this helps somebody. I hope that you're sitting here watching it and you're like, oh my God, okay, dude, all I do is talk about this and all I do is talk about that. All right, I'm done. you know what? At least I'm this. I use my analogy all the time. I am so glad that I have Crohn's disease. I am dead serious. I am glad that I have Crohn's disease, really, because it keeps me focused. I have to have the reason that I can't eat that because I'll be in the hospital. I need that. I need it, you know, like I talked about somebody else, a client of mine that found out that she has a condition that potentially, if she was to research it on the internet, you know, one of the things is death. But yet there are a lot of success stories, and the doctor that she's working with has people that have this condition, and they are still living with it for 15 plus years. So, and that is what it took this person to, all right, I can't lie anymore. It's my mother. It's not my client. It's my mother. And, you know, my mother's been healthy. My mother lost a lot of weight with me, and then she kind of plateaued, and she, was, following everything, but then she would occasionally lose track a little bit. And, you know, it was hard for her to get started, and being single, and, you know, having a house, and me and my sister moved out, and we live in 2 separate areas, and my mom had 2 jobs at one time, and then now helps my sister, and then she found this thing out. So, it really like motivated her, and my mom like feels great now, and she lost a significant more amount of weight, and she really didn't have that much more to lose because she lost so much already. Her before and after pictures on my website. That literally we can sit and we can marinate in, I have this, I have that, I have this situation, I have this physical issue, or we can sit and say, okay, at least I can walk. Okay, at least I don't have amputated legs, like some of the pictures that I post of women and children running with the biggest smile on their face. You know, at least I physically can do this. At least I can physically have a job. At least, I mean, there's something we can all say, at least I can. And that's what we have to look for. And then change your environment. Make yourself happy. Go buy some flowers. Go pick some flowers. Go draw a picture. Go hang up a picture. Go, you know, open some windows in your house. If you usually keep the blinds closed, open them up. Let sunlight in. Jesus, smile. Smile. I promise you, it is worth it. Life is incredible if you make it. You make it. Nobody else can. I could make 1,000 freaking videos for you guys, and I can't do anything but just tell you what to do. You can lead a horse to water, but I can't shove his face in. And even if I do shove his face in, I can't make him swallow. And I'm trying to shove your face in the water right now. So, I love you. That was nice. I love you. Okay, so I gotta go eat and then go change lives. Training on my Saturday training, and weigh-ins, and then posting, and then, okay, oh, I can dance, because I have my tripod. Okay, mwah.